o'clock, so I'm going to call the meeting to order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Roll call.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
Four.
Mrs. Cotterman.
Here.
Mr. Mosier. Here. Miss Amy Walker.
Here.
Mr. Wigton. Here.
Okay, I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
A second.
Second.
In discussion, I would like to motion to remove Zach Huff under item K for an individual line item vote.
That's on the original one.
Yes. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Ready for a vote?
Yes.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4.
Mr. Mosier.
Against.
Mr. Wigton.
Against.
Okay. And now we'll vote on the agenda. Is that,
Yes.
okay.
Miss Amy Walker.
4.
Mr. Wigton.
Oh, I did second this one, didn't I? 4.
Mr. Mosier.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4. Okay, and now approval, I need a motion for approval of the previous board meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Mosier.
4.
Mr. Wigton.
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4. And item E, we have presentation of certificates.
So I would like to take a moment to recognize all of our staff, personnel, and administration. We received an overall 5-star rating for our Career Technical Planning District report card. And I received, on March 7th, I received a letter from the director of the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce, Mr. Stephen Dakin, and I'd like to read a portion of that letter, and also would like to present Mr. Grove and any teachers or staff that are here tonight with the banner that was sent to us. So the letter states, Dear Superintendent Peterson, I am delighted to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Madison Local for achieving the prestigious overall 5-star award for your performance on the 2022-23 Career Technical Planning District report card. This remarkable accomplishment reflects your unwavering commitment to excellence and the outstanding services you provide to your students and the community. This award is a testament to your dedication, hard work, and the quality of education you offer to your students. It recognizes the devoted teachers and staff who consistently go above and beyond, ensuring that all students receive exceptional learning and instruction. Your tireless efforts in nurturing young minds, fostering a positive learning environment, and promoting holistic development has not gone unnoticed. Your impact extends far beyond the classroom, shaping the future leaders of tomorrow. I commend your entire team, teachers, administrators, support staff, and students for their collective contributions. Your commitment to providing top-notch education and fostering a supportive community is truly commendable. May the overall 5-star award serve as a source of pride and motivation that continues to inspire, innovate, and make a difference in the lives of your students. Your dedication to excellence sets a shining example for educational institutions everywhere. Once again, congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. And I would echo all of those statements and just also like to congratulate all of our career tech teachers as well as the other teachers and staff that contributed to this, as well as the students and their families on a job well done. And so I'd like to congratulate them and give them a round of applause. And at this time, Mr. Grove, if you would come forward, and any other staff that's here tonight that helped contribute to this, please come forward. So this is the banner that we received along with the letter. Present that to Mr. Grove and Mrs. Fonstein. Congratulations, and congratulations to everybody that contributed to that. I think Mr. Grove would like to share a few words.
Just like to share a few things here. Obviously, this is a district award, so I congratulate echoing what Mr. Peterson said, I congratulate all of our instructors from pre-K-12 that had an impact on every student coming through this district. Obviously in the forefront we have our career tech staff that work with our juniors and seniors each and every single day and spend so much time with them through their career tech student organizations. And I just really want to congratulate them as well, because they're in the field each and every single day with our students. But obviously, as a whole, our district, it's extremely an honor to be the leader of the career tech world in this district. So congratulations to everybody once again, and thank you, Mr. Peterson.
Okay, and now recognition of visitors to include the addendum. So, not sure who wants to start.
So tonight, I'm going to share briefly a little bit about something going on at the high school. Last spring, we applied for a grant through the Ohio Arts Council. It's called the Teach Arts Ohio Grant, which is basically a funding opportunity that provides us money to bring in a visiting artist. And the visiting artist is with us tonight, Fred Del Judas, and he has been a tremendous help to our building in our district, especially in light of our regular art teacher, Ryan. He's been out with the stroke and his health issues, so we've had a long-term sub, and then she's been out with her travels, that kind of thing. So it's kind of almost been like a godsend with him being here this year. So a little bit about the grant. The title of the grant is called Creating Endless Opportunities. That's a little bit of a nod to our vision statement, exploring careers in fine arts. A little bit of background information about the grant. It's a program that brings schools and community organizations together with teaching artists to share engaging, personal, high-quality arts learning experiences. There's a little bit about the grant writing and review criteria. All of this information I shared with the board. If you want to check this out on your own time, just for the sake of time, I'm going to move quickly. So yeah, feel free to check it out on your own time. So the amount of the grant was $14,000, and that's to go specifically to pay for Fred's time. There's the timeline of the things that you have to hit in order to get the grant. We've been getting real-time updates for the renewal for the grant for next year. We are on track and anticipating that we'll get that grant renewed, and so as long as Fred wants to come back, we'd love to have him back again. So it's been a good fit. We're looking forward to that. There's Fred's artist statement. I'll let him talk a little bit about what he does, and then I'll share some pictures about that shows his work, that kind of thing.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you all. Thank you for your interest. I'm just grateful to be here. I like to share the gifts that I have with all the students that I've worked with throughout since 1985 is when I started teaching. So I'm here to inspire excellence in whatever they're doing. And I try to apply it to all the different disciplines, whether it's English or math or whatever, because at other schools, I can bring art into every single classroom. Right now, I'm developing 3 murals for the high school that speak to basically what you have there on the wall for your mission statement. So every time they walk in, every time they leave, they're going to be reminded of that through an image on 3 different ones. And hopefully I have some student artists working with me so we could all work together and grow in professionalism. So if you have any questions, I'll be here throughout the rest of your meeting. So if you want to discuss anything about art or whatever, art's more about life than it is about art.
There's Fred, maybe
that's
you could
it.
talk a little bit about the concept for the
Right.
cafeteria there.
Right. When they first walk into school, they're going to see, do you have the actual images? There they go, yeah. Strive for Excellence, Madison. So that I have the picture of the school itself, and as they walk in, that's the first thing they're going to see. When they walk into the second part, through the cafeteria, they're going to see a mural that says, Live and Learn with Integrity. So we're all going to be working together for the same goals, to grow with what's there in your mission statement. And then when they walk out, this is what they're going to see. The bottom one is leave to love and serve. So that's what really they're here for. So they're going to learn about service, they're going to learn and love. So that's it in a nutshell.
So just to clarify, when we had the doorways added to our cafeteria in the high school, we thought those would be some nice spots to add some panels for some nice, color and adding some meaning even better. So that's a little bit about the grant, and hopefully we'll get that renewed for next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before I get started, I just again want to thank Andrew for the work that he did with the grant and bringing Fred to us. He has been wonderful. As Andrew alluded to, we have had one of our staff members, Ryan McCready, suffered a stroke around Christmas time, and he has been gone. So with all the new art offerings that we've brought to the high school, this has been something that has really helped us and really helped our students. So again, thank you very much. I'd like to welcome Samantha Myers. Samantha is we are extremely proud of her for the work that she's done. Wonderful student, wonderful person. I don't know how many of you can remember back in the day when you took the ACT exam in high school. I don't want to embarrass myself and say what my score was on the ACT exam, but to say getting a perfect score in anything is out of this world, and Samantha not only got a perfect score in math, but also in science. So wanted to welcome Sam, present her to the board, and also let her say a little bit about what her plans are after high school. So Samantha Myers.
Hi, I'm Sam, and you already heard about all that. What I'm looking to go into in the future is probably something with computers, maybe computer engineering, just because of how much I've enjoyed exploring with technology and engineering, and especially in my physics class with Mr. Dillon. It's been a great experience going through, especially this high school, with just these great teachers. So I just wanted to thank everyone that I've had.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Congratulations.
You guys want to stand? Okay, Mr. Grove? welcome again. So tonight, we're going to be recognizing, and I want to bring several students up here in front of you to recognize our national qualifiers for our career tech student organizations. We have several members not here tonight, unfortunately, whether it be the weather or some work schedules. So we have Kendall Kirshner, Haley Vernon, they are here, they qualified. They're going to Chicago here coming up in May to compete in their field in BPA. Not here tonight, but I also want to recognize them, Savannah Gray, Hannah Ball, and Michaela Harvey. They are also going to be taking the trip with us to Chicago as they qualified as well. And Natalie Back, thank you. You may recognize Haley. This is her second time. She's a two-time national qualifier. So last year she got to go to Anaheim, California, and this year that is taking place in Chicago. So I just want to recognize them, congratulate them, and wish them the best of luck. Coming up May 10th, we head out to Chicago. So congratulations with that. Stay right here. You're fine. Mrs. Von Stein, if you want to come up here. Next, we have Josh Atwell. He is in Skills USA. That is his career tech student organization, in carpentry specifically. He qualified. He's a state champion, so he qualified for nationals, which is going to take place down in Atlanta, Georgia. And obviously, the award earlier tonight just reflects the types of students that we have, the types of instructors that we have. For our students to have these opportunities to go compete at the national level is just incredible, and without their hard work, dedication, and determination, it helps these young people get on the path that they need to be on. And I know Skills specifically, before I let Mrs. Von Stein say a quick word, I do want to recognize and congratulate their instructors, Mrs. North, she's not here tonight, and Mr. Perry, who instruct these young people and do an awesome job of leading them. And then their advisors for their organization, Mrs. Von Stein, Mr. Thompson, and Holly North. She's the BPA advisor. So I'll let Mrs. Von Stein speak real quick on behalf of Josh, as she is one of the Skills USA advisors.
Hi, thank you for having me up front. I just wanted to talk about Josh. He is an amazing student. He won gold. And his precise and precision to detail, we stood there watching him during the competition, and it was so impressive to see him as a young man pay such close attention to the details that go into building a home or building the project that he was building. And he has learned those skills from Mr. Perry and from Mr. Wigton, who was his previous instructor. And we just want to congratulate him and tell him how proud we are of him, and we can't wait to see what he accomplishes in Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations.
Any other visitors that would like to speak about anything on the agenda? Okay, so administrative committee reports, legislative?
No report.
Athletic Board of Control hasn't met yet.
We're working on a meeting for next week, hopefully.
Yes. Student representative comments?
Okay, so I had an introduction, but he kind of already introduced me. I'm the president of Student Council. I haven't been here in a while because of softball, because it keeps getting rained and then it doesn't get rained out, but whatever. Softball and spring sports are doing great. We are all trying to get in as many games and meets as possible because of the rain, obviously. But on to some bigger things with National Honor Society. Yesterday, 45 Madison seniors went up to the Madison complex and helped get our youth ball team or ball fields together for the summer season. We helped mulch, move sticks, get the field ready, clean the bathroom, and paint bases and chairs. Madison is really lucky to have this group of seniors to represent us as a whole. Lastly, this weekend, the high school is having prom. The junior executive committee has been working really hard to plan this for months, and definitely Madison is moving on to some big things, but I think we're definitely excited for summer and graduation coming up soon.
Thank you. Facilities, we actually, I don't know if everybody saw, but we actually got an email with an update on that. So student achievement, just to touch on what Mr. Grove already kind of touched on, but we have a Skills USA state champion, Josh Atwell. He qualified for the national competition for carpentry in Atlanta and will be competing in the coming months. At Mifflin, 3rd and 4th grade students are in full testing mode for the Ohio State test, where students are clapped out of town hall daily as testing in small groups will continue throughout the month. All second graders were screened for gifted identification in various areas, with new WEPs being written for those who qualified. Several kindergarten and first graders were also referred for gifted assessments for the first time and qualified for services this month. Prior to spring break, Mifflin had a Down on the Farm Day where students meeting their behavior goals for the quarter participated in an egg hunt with prizes. After testing is complete, Mifflin is hosting the author of its One School, One Book initiative and welcoming in families for Literacy Night. Eastview is presenting tonight, so I don't have anything for them. At the high school on Wednesday, March 27th, the Noon Optimist Club of Mansfield recognized some of our best and brightest. The Noon Optimist Club is a service organization that focuses on supporting children and young people. The event was held at the Dan Lew Exchange Deluxe Catering and Event Center. Carly Wilson and Aiden Mooneyham were presented with Quality Student Awards. Grayson Sassis was a scholarship winner, and Callie Cyrus was an essay contest winner. Professional artist and Madison alumni Brent Billingsley recently connected with Mr. Godsell's art class to offer assistance on their projects. The counseling department hosted a scholarship day with NCSC and the Richland County Foundation. This gave students the opportunity to apply for scholarships and have questions answered regarding the application process. There were 33 students that attended, and it was a great success. And as we already mentioned, Samantha Myers scored a perfect score on the math and science portions of the ACT exam. At Madison South, the whole building has been preparing for 3rd and 4th grade state tests. They had a school-wide town hall to pump up our testing students. Big shout out to all of the staff for getting involved with what is best for the kids always, and good luck to all of our students testing. And lastly, at the Career Center, 5 students earlier today completed the Customer and Office Support Technology Program, earning certifications in customer service, Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook, and will soon have their Ohio's Adult High School Diploma, 100% certification and graduation rates. 2 students recently passed the Ohio State Cosmetology and Barber Board certifications in cosmetology. 5 out of 6 students passed the welding, gas, metal, arc certifications, and the phlebotomy and EKG program began yesterday at capacity with 14 students enrolled. And then at the middle school, state testing has begun this week with ELA tests. Students are working hard and we are looking forward to seeing all of their growth. Students are also getting ready to take the spring iReady diagnostic that measures individual student growth throughout the school year. 3rd quarter grades have been finalized, and we ended the quarter with 69 students with all A's and 140 students with all A's and B's. And that is it for student achievement. Board policy.
We met a couple of weeks ago to discuss the policy changes that are in item L, but the changes are very, very minor with little content change other than the ones that are just aligning to legislation. So no big changes to those.
Okay, thank you. And superintendent's update?
Yeah, just a few things to update you on. We're, as you know, coming down the home stretch of the school year. If I'm counting correctly, it looks like there's 25 days of school left, 22 for the seniors as they get out early. And I was around to all of the buildings today, speaking with the principals about how testing was going, and they all felt that it was going very well. They've put a lot of different things into place that we feel like will be supportive of student success and improve success for our students on the state tests. So our administrators and teachers are very hard at work with state testing. There is a senior citizen luncheon tomorrow, which we have 2 sessions of, one starting at 11, one at 12:30, and if you are so inclined, there's still some open spots available in those. And then lastly, just want to share with you, since we put the strategic plan together, I think we've committed as a district to keeping that plan alive and as a working document in the district and helping to guide us as we do things. And I just want to share one example with you that took place recently with our communication action team. One of the things that we've tried to upgrade recently is one, our website, but more than that, our app. We don't feel our app is very functional. And then also our two-way communication between our staff and our parents. And so the assignment for the communications team was to work with, and let me just recognize the group that worked on this. Mrs. Pluck and Mr. Gordon are the co-chairs of the communication team, and so they work closely with their team. And then Mr. McVicker and Mr. Strom worked on this as well, and they sought out different communication platforms and companies, and brought to me a recommendation of a change for next year. And Aptigee, which some of you may have heard of, came out to be the best company with the best website, app, and two-way communication opportunity available. And so we're for next year, we will have a new website, we will have a new app that will be much more functional. And then as far as the two-way communication goes, that's going to be kind of the intention for that is to institute that the following year. Right now, our teachers use Class Dojo and Remind, and so we wanted to give the teachers plenty of time to plan for that transition. So that action team, along with Mr. McVicker and Mr. Strom, worked on that, and I want to publicly thank them for the work that they did, and I think that'll be a significant upgrade for our district communication. So that concludes my update.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, presentations, Mrs. Wigton.
Good evening, and thank you for inviting us to present tonight. I know we're really excited to show all the wonderful things happening at Eastview. I'm hoping you have it's shared with you. Well, if we don't have that, we might just wing it, and that's okay too. I'll go ahead and get started. I think I have the numbers in my mind for the first part. So the first slide is just basically kind of a check-in point from the beginning of the year to mid-year, how our students are doing for making growth in both reading and math. And basically, the way those scores show is you want to see students to be halfway to their goal by the midpoint, and our kids were well above, like 67% in ELA and 62%, I believe, in math. So well above, they're on their way to making our average growth would be a year and a half's worth of growth at Eastview. So we're really excited about that. We can still do this without the slideshow, and I don't want to make you guys wait all night long. So a huge thank you to Ms. Thompson, who is our student leadership leader, and all of our student leaders who came out tonight to present for you to share about what's going on at Eastview. So whether or not we have the slideshow to wow you with all of our beautiful pictures, they do at least know what they want to share with you. So we'll go ahead and get started.
You want to pull that mic down a little bit?
Oh, it is kind of high. Good catch. All right, how about that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. Hello, my name is Skyla. We are excited to share all the beautiful things happening at Eastview this year. I will start you off with our traditions. We always start the fall season with our custom parade. It is always fun to see our friends dress up for the day. Each year we have grandparent/parent lunch week. It is cool to be able to eat lunch with family and friends. Our traditions are wonderful each year. However, our learning continues during our field trips. Kindergarten visited the Little Bunky Museum. First grade enjoyed a day at Ramsam Farm. Second grade visited the Ohio Bird Sanctuary. Third grade watched they play at Richland Academy for the Arts. Also, the third grade will visit the recycling center in May. Fourth grade will go to Malibu Farm. We love these adventures with our friends.
Hello, my name is Sawyer. We continue to grow with the help of Madison High School leadership members. Every week, high school students rotated through different classrooms. They would help and play with us. Many were former Eastview students. Hearing about their time at Eastview was exciting. Also, we were fortunate enough to Basketball Jones show us the importance of perseverance and courage along with the high school leaders.
Hello, my name is Peyton. We celebrated our success and hard work with our quarterly academic awards. As 3rd and 4th graders, we get honor roll ice cream bonus. In addition to celebrating our academic achievements, we celebrate our smart behavior choices. We earn dojo points throughout each quarter. When we obtained 100% points, we received a certificate. Our names were read on morning announcements, and our names were displayed on a bulletin board. To celebrate our smart choices, we attended PBIS events. Our PBIS events included Mr. Kazam, a magic show, globe bowling, gym games with bingo, and a water party.
Hello, my name is Toby. Due to literacy committee's dedication and hard work, the Mouse and the Motorcycle was our school-wide book this year. We enjoyed the mass reader book reveal and clues left throughout the school. We celebrated our school accomplishments through our literacy nights. Activities from literacy night include scramble, a photo booth, scooter races, and puzzles. It was a fun venture with our families and friends.
Hello, my name is Joseph. Finally, we shared our learning with the community through our production of Finding Nemo, which we collaborated on with Mifflin Elementary. It was a blast to show off our talents. We worked hard and we were proud of our achievements. As this school year is coming to a close, we are looking forward to our last few adventures. Thank you for listening to all the fun that we had at Eastview this year. We appreciate your time and all that you do.
Okay. So, any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I was just going to thank the students. We met once a month in the morning before school, so that was good of them, their hard dedication and work, and then to their parents for helping get them there a little bit early. So they did awesome. Our goal this year was to just bring kindness and pep each month by doing little activities for the whole entire school. So they did an awesome job collaborating together and getting those done. Thank you.
Well, thank you, guys. I need a motion for item I, approval of donations.
So moved.
A second, okay. Discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Mosier.
4.
Mr. Wigton.
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Miss Melissa Walker.
4. I need a motion for item J, treasurer's business. So moved. A second?
Second.
Discussion?
All right. Is that Mr. Wigton seconded it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The March financial report. Same old. Revenues exceeded expenditures in March, and that's because we didn't get any property tax receipts in March. They came in April. Last year, fiscal year 23, or fiscal year 24, March of 2020, no, I'm sorry, fiscal year 23, March of 2023, we did receive an advance, so that's why you'll notice that there's that timing issue with the real estate. Also, I don't know if you remember last month in February, I said that the other general fund revenue was increased in February due to timing. Well, if it increases in one month due to timing, it's going to decrease in another. So that's what happened there. So that's the revenues. As far as expenditures go, the March is 3/4 of the way through the fiscal year, so at 74% on track, we're right where we need to be. So which means we're tracking with our expenditures of what was anticipated. The one thing I wanted to point out, when you look at the top fiscal year to date, salaries fiscal year to date are down, and quite often we talk about benefits being tied to salaries because they're a function of it, because you have retirement, and if you make more money, you're going to spend more in retirement. But I wanted to point out the fact that, salaries are down, but benefits are up. So it's an inverse relationship, and the reason for that is 100% health insurance. It's a very expensive thing, and it's driving our costs, and it's something that we have very little control over. So that is an area that we really have to focus on and do everything we can to try to reduce expenditures and help stabilize those increases. So, and I'm sure if you were to sit at a board meeting in any other district that talked about expenditures, they would all say, treasurers would all say the same thing. Health insurance is just a very expensive thing that's driving a lot of districts' forecasts in the direction ours are going, because they're expensive. As I said before, we're 75% of the way through, so we're looking good. And next month, in May, I will present the 5-year forecast. The next thing on the treasurer's business is the approval of the Disadvantaged Pupil Impact Aid and Student Wellness and Success Funds. We like to use letters for everything, so it's DPIA and SWSF. Part of those stipulations, we have to work with community partners to plan for those. Mr. Peterson and I have both done that. We sat down and we went through the plan. We figured out what all those restricted funds were going to be spent on. We presented it to them, and now we have to have you approve it. Are there any questions about the treasurer's report? Okay.
Roll call.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
Mr. Wigton? 4. Mr. Mosier? 4. Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4. Item K, I need a motion.
So moved.
A second.
Second.
Need for discussion?
I need to abstain from the head wrestling coach voting.
Okay. Anything else?
Did you pull that out? Did you pull that?
Yes. Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Mosier?
4 with that exception.
The abstain on the wrestling coach?
Head wrestling coach. Have to.
Mr. Wigton?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4, and then a separate vote for Mr. Huff.
First and second, don't you?
You have to do them separate. You'd have to do a vote on the first and then the second one, the second line. You're pulling the line item out.
Right, so I have to motion
You're
again?
going to do another vote for the one you pulled out.
Right. So that's what, we just need to vote on the line item that we pulled out.
This is for the one other than Zach.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd like to make a motion to support the superintendent's recommendation to hire Zach Huff as the head varsity girls coach.
I'll second that.
Okay. Discussion.
Mr. Mosier? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Roll call.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Mr. Wigton?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
Against.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
Against. Okay, and I need a through all these pages here. And motion for item L,
So moved.
and a second.
Second.
Discussion?
All pretty common,
Okay,
standard things.
thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Mosher?
4.
Mr. Wigton?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4. Any visitors that would like to address the board at this time? No? Okay. So President's Business, our next regular Board of Education meeting will be May 15th here. And I need a motion to go into executive session where we will discuss to consider the purchase of property for public purposes or the sale of property at competitive bidding, and preparing for conducting or reviewing negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment.
So moved. Second.
Now,
Easier.
okay?
Said that all in one breath.
Discussion?
Gonna have to give her
Passed
answers.
out.
Ready?
Okay, yes.
Mr.
roll call.
Wigton?
4.
Mr. Mosher?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4. Okay, we will enter into executive session, and there will be no action taken when we return. Thank you.